everyone, it's Sam. Welcome back to the Car Code channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Nissan Micra K12. Nissan Micra n-tec edition, which was a special edition at the end of the K12's run between 2009 and 2010, and it features a small touchscreen inside and some extra equipment and alloy wheels as well. So this is the 5-door model, although it was available in 3-door model as well. And the Nissan Micra K12, which is this one, was replaced by the K13 in 2011, which had a boxier design and was only available in 5 doors. But since 2017, the new Nissan Micra has had 5-door practicality with a 3-door style with the hidden door handles in the rear, which I think personally is the best design. So to the rear of the car, it's very nice and curvy. Rear window, which is actually really good. And if I open it up, got a little parcel shelf. The rear seats fold quite strange way really, just at the bottom here, and then you can fold it down like that, which isn't very easy to do compared to other ones where you pull it there or do that. Boot is actually, I don't know if you can see, it's quite a decent size. It's 251 litres. So let's have a quick look inside. So inside, the Micra actually features quite a good design. It's aged a lot better than the Fiesta and the Polo of its time. It doesn't feel like you're in anything cheap. It also features lots of useful little storage areas. So you've got this little pull-out coin tray. You've got a hook here for your bag, or you can also use it for your face mask. It's got a hidden cigarette lighter in there, so you can use that to charge your phone if you want to. And also a decent sized glove box, which goes all the way back. It's kind of a TARDIS. Other little pockets for cards, and you can also put some change in there too. And on the topic of the glove box, it stays shut very well, which is actually, it sounds like a little thing, but it's a good thing, because in my dad's car, which is a VW Tiguan, the glove box keeps falling out, and it's such a small thing, but it's just those little details that definitely count. And another one, which is very interesting, is this, which is just a little storage thing. It's actually quite a big storage bin. You could put the food in there. It's perfect for like a little emergency snack, so you can put your bag in there and to keep valuables out the way. So it's really useful for that. I think that's really good. There's not many cars that have that. I know the Fiat 500 pre-facelift did have that, but we had that car and we didn't even know that. The Nissan Micra n-tec features this nice little neat screen. It has a CD player. It's not really needed if you've got your phone with your music on. It's also got this dimming thing here, so you can have it for night time so it won't blind you, and then daytime as well. So there's an aux there and a USB cord. You can just plug your phone in. This charger has gone through a lot. You can play your music really easily, and it's also got a sat nav built in with the maps all downloaded for Europe in there, which is really handy. Downloaded maps is such a useful thing, because if you're off and you've got no data or whatever, it's so useful. You don't have to faff around downloading maps on your phone or getting out physical maps. So I think that needs to be done a lot more. It's definitely ahead of its time, this infotainment system. Although it does look a bit old, it's really useful. So this car has nice round dials to it as well. It tells you how hot it is outside, your mileage, the time, and your MPG. We always average 44.6 MPG, which doesn't sound great, but it's near enough exactly what Nissan said it would be. So the dashboard of this car is really nice. The previous Micras had the same kind of dash, and it's nice to see it. It's definitely got that retro vibe, and it's nice and curved. It's also got this interesting texture on it. Some of the early ones from 2003 to 2005 featured a beige dash and beige steering wheel, which is really nice. So safety on this car isn't great, because obviously it's an old car. It was released like 17 years ago, so it's getting on a bit, but it received 4 stars in 2003, which compared to the previous model, the K11, which was the little boxy cute one, it's so drastically improved because it's got airbags in steering wheel, passenger side, and I'm pretty sure it's 6 airbags in this car as standard, which is pretty decent for its age. And when you're in the car, even though it's not the safest car, you feel safe because it's obviously very bubbly. You're quite a far way away from the front of the car, so it's not like it's got a short nose or anything, and you've got quite a big dash as well, a bit like on the VW Beetle, but not as long as that. For going around town and things, it's alright, but I wouldn't want to go on the motorway on long journeys in this car. This car is extremely reliable, and I don't think we'd ever have to spend more than a few pounds on fixing things. You see lots of the ones even from the early 2000s still around on the road, which is a good sign. So in the back of this car, it feels so nice and bright and airy. It's literally like sitting in a greenhouse. You've got big windows, and they're quite low, they're not high up, and a nice curved roof which is really high. You could wear a top hat in this car and you wouldn't be hitting the roof. It's also quite comfortable. They've got this weird like indentation bit where you sit, but it is actually comfortable to get used to it a bit. Compared to new cars, it's so much nicer here in the back because of how light it is. I've sat in the back of a new Polo, Mark 6 Polo, dingy and dark and low. And this is a lot nicer than lots of new cars I've sat in, as it's just so bright and comfortable. It doesn't feel like you're in a small car, it feels like you're in a big, nice car. Yeah, it feels like you're in a Rolls Royce. It's very nice. Quirky lights. They resemble those of the Figaro, so they've got that retro feel to them, which some other newer manufacturers wouldn't have, such as like a Kia Picanto, high-end i10, things like that, won't have this kind of retro, kind of nostalgic feel to them. Nissan tend to make technology that's ahead of their time and then stretch it out for a long time, so sometimes they're a bit more outdated than newer manufacturers, but they always feel quality and nice inside. So to add to the Micra's appeal, Nissan had lots of different special editions, including an active luxury edition which had beige seats with orange stripes in them and felt very premium and nice inside, and they also had sporty models with cool funky colours and alloy wheel. The most popular colour for the Micras were silver, which this one is. This was blade silver, and Nissan still use this colour to this day. It's got kind of like a beigey kind of goldy tint to it. It's very nice silver. So overall, the Nissan Micra K12 is quite a unique mass market car with 112,000 units sold worldwide in its run from 2003 to 2010. It's done quite well. It also featured a coupe convertible model designed by Carmen Ghia, design house who famously made the original Volkswagen Carmen Ghia. So overall, I'd say this car is quite an icon for Nissan. They did ruin it in 2011 when it went back to boxy, but in 2017 it definitely made a comeback, and I just love how the design elements are taken from the past and taken into the future in a new, fresh way. The safety isn't too good on it, but look at it as a classic, because this car will go down in history.